Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Jared. I host a daily live podcast where we discuss news and politics. We go live at 8 a.m. Eastern on YouTube and Twitch till about 9:30 every morning, and have for we are one day from 9 months straight. Now, I'm making this video because I'm starting to get people reaching out and panicking, and I'm seeing content creators that aren't service members or former service members talking about martial law, and it's the same conversation we've been having for months now. And I want to continue to point out that openly generals did recently just defy Donald Trump. We're going to go before that. So if y'all recall, because people are reaching out to me about Washington, D.C., and if y'all recall, Donald Trump just sent the National Guard to L.A. And I wanted to pour some data on it and say, well, he called for thousands and a few hundred showed up. And he called for them to help ICE, and they didn't, because he can't order them to do anything other than guard federal buildings. I just want to make that point. And out of the few hundred people that showed up, right, they didn't get paid or housed or fed. And they arrested one person and they let him go. And it was a 25-year-old Army veteran that ran through a cordoned off area with headphones on his way to class. And because this happened on a college campus, he was detained and released. Talk about a successful deployment for all those National Guard members. Wow. Didn't even get hazard pay because you weren't there for 30 days. Because Donald Trump fucking hates everybody. Okay? And then, want to point out, because I was in the Marine Corps, right? Everybody was like, down my throat, oh, look, Donald Trump sent Marines to LA. And how many people died? Did they have bullets in their guns? Did they shoot anyone or arrest anyone? No! They stood in front of fucking federal buildings, which the president is allowed to send them to do. He also sent Marines to Miami. Have you heard of a shot fired? Have you heard of anyone being detained? Oh, but you've seen plenty of Marines just standing around a federal building? Okay, so keep your anger aiming it in the right direction, because it's certainly not the U.S. military doing whatever Donald Trump says to do. I just want to continue to point that out. And people want to point at the Iran bombing. Those were empty bunkers. Those were done to satiate an idiot. Keep it moving. A lot of people are really upset, and I don't want to like mislead people that are already upset. But look at the recent history of Donald Trump trying to use the military. It didn't go over very well, did it? Now think about the parade. You remember the parade? That lifeless, right? Those people were slogging through that. You might want to Google that word. Slogging through that parade. They were not proudly marching for the president of the United States. Get the fuck out of here. So when you ask me, am I concerned about martial law? No. I'm concerned that Kash Patel and his FBI agents are going to be tasked with fighting homeless people, bro. Donald Trump is such a shitty leader that the most he could do was weaponize the FBI against the homeless. Understand that one of the things that you have to have noticed is if Donald Trump tells you to do something and you get in trouble for it, he doesn't help you. He doesn't get you out of trouble. Remember, he may have pardoned these January 6ers, but look how many of them went right back to jail or unalived right afterward. He knew what he was doing. Those people are fucking Looney Tunes, right? So, I want to continue to point out that the president of the United States can order troops around. It's them following orders that's the issue. And again, I want to point out, if there's ever martial law in the United States and the U.S. military starts taking down civilians. Fuck all of you. You know why? I was on active duty in the Marine Corps Infantry, in the most combat deployed unit in the Marine Corps Infantry, and you know what? We were lazy as fuck. We worked our fucking asses off, but as soon as the leadership turned their head, we were lazy as fuck. So I don't want to see a single one of you hard chargers out here acting like Rambo on U.S. city streets, because you soft-ass motherfuckers are not that. And in fact, and this is me talking way above my pay grade, but I ain't no fucking war hero, but I met some, and none of them motherfuckers would be a Fed. None of them motherfuckers would have answered that call. So when you ask me, are you worried about martial law? I'm concerned who will do his bidding. And I'm not concerned about it being someone on active duty because of the UCMJ. You see, when you're on active duty in the military, there's the Uniform Code of Military Justice that not only does civilian penalty apply to you, but the military can penalize you as well. And they could take your fucking money. They could take your house. They could put you in jail, right? So, as for the feds, again, one of the things that sticks out in my mind about Donald Trump weaponizing the FBI against homeless people in fucking Washington, D.C. is, first of all, for a lot of FBI agents that have done absolutely dick in the last 9 years, at least now you'll be able to get out of the office. And then second, watch Donald Trump's frustration grow when field agents, like people who are useful to the U.S., find themselves suddenly devalued and being forced to commit crime in the name of the father, the president, knowing that he's an illegitimate president. What he's asking you to do is illegal. And you choosing to do it means when you get caught and you inevitably have to go to court, he won't help you either. Because that's what kind of person Donald Trump is. So again, to recap what I said, am I concerned about martial law? No. Am I concerned about the president of the United States using the U.S. military on American soil? No, I am not. I am, however, concerned about FBI agents who haven't done a goddamn thing to stop this man in the last fucking, since 1987. Haven't done shit to stop him. Now, at least you'll get out of the office. The thing that I know about this shit is that he ain't doing shit. Donald Trump ain't doing shit. He wouldn't pull this shit in Philly. He wouldn't pull this shit in Atlanta. He wouldn't do this shit in Houston or Dallas. He wouldn't do this shit. You know what I'm saying? There are places in the U.S. where you don't send a bunch of field agents just walking around. And the thing about it is, it's not likely Donald Trump finding out. Just so everyone knows and is settled with the idea that that man will probably die before he's ever held accountable. And that's what he's planning on too. And just so you know, where does all those people's loyalty go if he just goes quietly in the night and is replaced by the ineffectual J.D. Vance? A lot of people are like, oh, he's worse. He wrote Project 2025. Yeah, but he doesn't have a cult following. And MAGA fucking hates him. So yeah, I'm not religious, but I know what I'm praying for. Have a good day. See you at 8.